Hello humanoids, welcome to Halfling Hobbies. I'm Halfling Hannah, and can you believe that this, and this, all in the same teeny tiny room? Can you believe it? I can't believe it, and I made it, and it's so awesome. Anyway, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and all of the things that I have on each one of these walls. Whew, so, here we go. Today I have a special surprise for you. I am getting ready to transform my office / hobby room into a complete YouTube studio, including a Hobbies studio, which I am super excited about. If you look right here, this is where I've been making all of my YouTube videos. It's just a little desk with some fun things set on it, and I just sit in a chair in front of it. Here is the room that we are getting ready to transform. You're not gonna believe the before and after. I'm not gonna believe it. This is before. We're just gonna go in and look at it. I am so sorry, it is super messy. A lot of you are probably going to really relate to the state of my hobby room right now. It is pretty awful. I'm gonna show you the horrible storage system that I currently have. All right, humanoids, this is the room that we are getting ready to transform. Right now I have a giant L-shaped desk in here. Just some random boxes. This, I tore up carpet. So if you look here, I actually tore up the carpet after we moved this thing in here. There were 3 different layers of carpet in here that I tore up, and then I never ended up moving the curio cabinet to get rid of the rest of it. So we have a little bit of carpet that we're gonna tear up right there, but we have these nice hardwood floors, except that they are super echoey. So when I tried to film in here before, I just kind of tacked up some acoustic foam on the wall. It did not work. It definitely did not work. So this wall over here is about 8 foot to the door. We're going to put a hobby counter there that's kind of like a floating shelf with lots of shelving up above it and options for storing all of my hobby stuff. Against this wall over here, you can see I was trying out some different paint colors. We are going to create the Tasty Tavern. This wall is actually gonna be our bar, which I'm super excited about so that I can bring you even better potion videos and drink videos and have it be really nice and not just the Tasty Tavern in my kitchen. And then if we come around to this side, this wall where this big curio cabinet currently is going to become my little YouTube talking head video area. So we're gonna decorate that really nice so that I have it set up. So we're actually going to have 3 different shooting areas in this one really tiny room. This is about a 10 foot by 10 foot room, but you can see this one side has 2 doors. So that makes it about 6 foot working area. This one over here has a door, which makes it about an 8 foot working area. And then against that wall is what, maybe 6 feet? Which matches this one over here. So we're gonna have about 6 feet to put in a bar, which means that we have to get pretty darn creative. I mean, we're gonna have a ton of room once we get this desk out of here, but this is how unorganized my hobby stuff has been so far. I actually just have all of my stuff in a box. Just one big box, and when I need something, I just kind of dig around until I find it, which is a disaster. It really is. In these drawers, nothing is organized. I just have stuff all over the place. Same in this big drawer down here. I have paints everywhere, my Dremels, there's paint brushes everywhere. It is really hard to craft in this room right now because, well, I just don't have any storage. I don't have anything useful in here. My tools just end up laying around and then I can't find them. And so, yeah, I am super excited. I'm also super excited to find a home for this bad boy, this is a 3D printer and laser etcher. So I am super excited to find a home for that on my hobby counter. That'll be super awesome. And so join us on this incredible transformation. The first thing I'm gonna do is today I'm gonna get everything out of here. So I'll be back with a nice clean room, and then maybe you can visualize what I'm thinking just a little bit better. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to get this room fully functional so that I can shoot even better videos for you all. So make sure that you stay tuned. If you want more hourly updates, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I'm at Halfling Hannah. So I post a lot of my crafting pictures there, and I'm going to post updates of my hobby room. So make sure that you do that. And as we go along, I'm going to post in the description below what we use and the price of everything, so you can see just how much it costs to do a full room renovation like this, to have the perfect YouTube studio and crafting room. There's my cat. This is another reason why I can never get anything done in here. Look at that. What are you doing, Pippi? Say hi. Hi, Pippi. Okay. So Instagram, I am going to be posting lots of updates on there, so make sure that you see that. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to work. I've got a lot of work to do. So I'll get to work, and then I'll show you the nice clean room here in a minute. Bye. Okay, so it's been 2 days of nonstop work, early in the morning till late at night. I think my parents got home at 1 in the morning yesterday after leaving from here, but we got it done. It's done. It looks amazing. You are not going to believe the transformation that this room has gone through. You ready to see it? I'm so ready to show you. Okay, here we go. All right, let's step into this gorgeous room. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful it is. This turned out even better than I could have imagined. And then every hobbier's dream work area. Look at this 8-foot long crafting table that we made. Oh, love it. And then on this wall, we have my talking head studio. This is where you and I can hang out and we can talk about Dungeons and Dragons. I can give you some tips and tricks, all that good stuff. But here it is. Let's talk about each one of these absolutely gorgeous shooting areas, shall we? Just look at that. So good. So this is our crafting corner. As you can see, you have everything that a halfling could possibly need to create amazing and epic things and crafts for Dungeons and Dragons. I am so excited to bring you even more and better tutorials using this amazing crafting station. Let's take a look at what all is here. So starting on this far wall over here, this is going to become our crafting wall of fame. Here I'm going to put the very best crafts that I have made. Moving on, we have this gorgeous tabletop that we made and stained ourselves. It's attached by brackets onto the wall to save room here. These brackets are really big and really long to make this super stable. So even when we're working on big things, we shouldn't have any problem at all. Here I have my painting station. This is where I'm going to put all of my paints. This is actually a spice rack, but we converted it and it was perfect to use for my paints. Then we hung a paper towel holder and we have a nice basket for things like Mod Podge and spray paint for the bases. Moving along, this is the area you're probably going to see a lot of. We have a nice comfy crafting chair, a beautiful light to make sure that you can see all the things that I'm doing much better than you have in the past. We converted a wine rack to be kind of a utility crafting thingamabob. I don't know a better way to say it. But instead of hanging glasses from it, I can hang my scissors, I can hang twine and chain and anything that I want right there. I've got a nice storage place for all of my pencils and paintbrushes. All of this storage here, and then just some pretties on top because a halfling crafting area needs to be pretty too. This thing I love. This was actually my grandfather's. He loved crafting and painting and doing little projects with me when I was a kid. He would actually make wooden toys and then help me paint them. And this is what he used to store all of his paints on when he was using them. He cut them out to fit these little craft paints and he would put them there when he was using them. And my mom and dad were so kind to get it out of the old shed and fix it up for me. So now I have this to where I can continue on his legacy making awesome things, and I'm gonna put my paints here too when we're crafting. Next, we have this really cool apothecary storage unit with lots of little drawers to hold all my bits and bobs, some bigger canisters to hold some bigger things, all on this beautiful espresso crafting shelf. We put a backsplash on it to prevent losing a bunch of things as I'm crafting. We have some extra storage over here in the corner and then a nice little trash can for me. And this is our beautiful and so functional crafting wall. All right, humanoids, finally we have perhaps my favorite wall. I don't know if I can say that, they're all pretty cool, but we have the Tasty Tavern. Finally, I have an actual Tasty Tavern. This is where we are going to create all of our delicious potions. I'm going to show you a bunch of different foods and things that I've made, all for your D&D sessions, and I am so excited about it. So let's show off the Tasty Tavern. First of all, we have our bar. This we found at a restore. And if you open it up, down below you see we have a Pippi. Hello, Pippi. But down here you see we have wine racks to store all of our different bottles of alcohol that we're going to be using, as well as a place to store some glasses. This did have a back on it, but we took the back off so that I can access all of the bottles and glasses from the back as I'm doing videos. On top, we have a beautiful little mixing set. I've never had a full mixing set before, and I am super excited about it. So we can make some mixed drinks and some fun things for our D&D sessions. The stone on the wall here is wallpaper, but not traditional wallpaper. This is peel and stick wallpaper. And boy, did it take a long time to line up all of the seams, and they're not exactly perfect, as you can see here. This is the seam. So you can see it gets off just like a tiny hair, but you really can't see it on the camera. But I had an absolute fit getting this wallpaper to do what I wanted it to do, but it ended up looking gorgeous after we got it all done. Starting at the top, we have our really cool mirror that I'm gonna end up frosting, I think, just so that we don't get all of the light in there. Some super cool fantasy looking lanterns, and I melted the wax on the candles to make them look used. Going down the wall, we have some copper cups that patrons might use. We have our potions of healing bottles. Hint, hint to what our first video in the Tasty Tavern is going to be, and I'm so excited about it. And of course, we have what we will be serving here at the Tasty Tavern, run by a Halfling. We have some beautiful glasses, plenty of storage for some beautiful glasses, some pewter goblets. And then off to the side, of course, we had to have our moonshine jug and a little more storage for some different things. Taken all together here, you have the Tasty Tavern, all on one wall. So much storage, so much beautiful, all right there. So, the big question that everyone, I'm sure, is wondering, especially if you're wanting to do this yourself, how much did I spend on this YouTube studio? Well, I had a budget of $800, and I completely ignored that budget. I got excited, I've kept finding stuff that I really liked, which you can guarantee is also going to happen if you try and do this yourself. You're gonna go over budget unless you have way more willpower than I do. Apparently, I have none. So that's a fun fact. I ended up spending $1,200 rounded up on my YouTube studio, and that includes even using things that I had before. But I had the expense of paint, I had wallpaper, I had all of these little bits and bobs that I got at flea markets or that I got on Amazon. All of those things just really add up. And I bought everything over a couple of weeks, and then I spent 2 days completely renovating this room with my parents' help. And those 2 days were so exhausting. I was so tired by the end of it. So it took me and my parents 2 days to renovate this room, and those are 2 complete days, early morning till late at night, non-stop. And we did it in 2 days, and we all 3 were so tired by the end of it, but we got it done, which was awesome, so that I could start doing more videos, which is what I needed to do. But, oh my gosh, look at this. It is absolutely gorgeous. Every inch of this room is exactly what I wanted it to be, which is amazing. But be warned, if you're trying to do this yourself, it can absolutely be done. 100%. I am nothing special. My parents aren't contractors or anything like that. They're just awesome people who are willing to help and who have an eye for things like this. But we were perfectly normal people, we were able to do it, but it does cost quite a bit. So keep that in mind when you are making your budget for your YouTube room. Always budget for more than what you think you'll need. Otherwise, you'll get kind of stressed by the end of it, by the amount of money that you have spent. So, that being said, is it worth it to spend this much money on a YouTube studio? God, I hope so. I know that I am super excited about it, and I think that it's going to make my content even better than it has been, and I definitely hope you guys like it. If you do, please subscribe. Make this worth it so my husband doesn't kill me. Make it worth it for this. Please subscribe, like this video, share it around. If you're looking to do your own, I hope that you got some really cool ideas from this. As we go along and I add things, I'll let you know in upcoming videos. So make sure that you like and subscribe to Halfling Hobbies. And until next time, my friends, may your game have advantage. Halfling Hannah here, signing out.